Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly reading for Scorpio. How are you guys this week, Scorpio? Let's see what's cooking for you. All right. Yeah, some of you are stuck and stagnant right now. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, I do see an energy of a spark and the desire here to not be stuck in this situation. I feel like you need to look out for yourself. Do make sure you save your money. I always have to tell people, this is put that back. You don't need it. Use your resources wisely. You need to look out for yourself. You need to look out for number one here. I do think there is this manifesting something here, but why are you in this stuck energy? Somebody manipulating you? Yeah, 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands. You got somebody here who's not reliable. You need to rely on yourself. I do think you have a person. If you're trying to manifest a new beginning, someone here could be jealous. There's somebody here who doesn't want someone else to have you, but they don't want you either. Someone focused on the physical. I do think there's some kind of manipulation. You have what you need to manifest your desires, though. This is about putting something behind. It's about moving on. See, take it away. Take it away. Yeah. Yeah. Some of you are working. I do feel you're working. You're putting in effort. But I'm going to be honest. I mean, the 8 of Pentacles is somebody here not putting in effort. To me, it looks like somebody who doesn't want to. I do think some of you are manifesting money, too. I do think you are working and you're trying to save money. Yeah. Scorpio. What is going... Oh, we got the element of fire. Now, this is often jealousy. I think you have a person here who doesn't want you, but they don't want anyone else to have you. There's a lot of fire, a lot of passion. And I do think some of you have what you need to manifest a new passionate beginning. Yeah, I do think so. Yeah, some of you have been waiting for someone here. You might be starting to get angry. If you got a person who's just holding on to you and being selfish, I think someone's keeping you stuck. But it's also yourself allowing this to happen. In this stuck energy. Let's have a look at what this is all about here. Yeah, see, this is about soul searching, hermit mode. Some of you are spending a lot of time alone, contemplating your life path. It's whether this person's even the one. I mean, you have to look at, if you got a person who's keeping you stuck, because this is someone who often doesn't want to let you go. But I feel like you are just about ready to give up. But I think you got a person here who's keeping you in this energy. I think you're being manipulated. Let's have a look at the Magician. Yeah, it has to do with long-term stability, a partnership. Somebody here who's stable, reliable, someone who's there through thick and thin. So you have what you need to manifest your desire. Yeah. Tell me about this 9 of Wands. Yeah, it's telling you to see the bigger picture. See, it's about breaking free. I feel like you got a person here who kind of just wants to come in when they want attention. This isn't going where it's not going the distance. This is why I feel like you need to break free. And I definitely wouldn't be surprised if this even has to do with a job. Where you're stuck in a job, a situation. You may be creative, thinking of something here that you want to create. Maybe even going off on your own, starting a business for some of you. Yeah. Maybe even doing something from home. Yeah, I do see some of you may have a new job or you're working on that. See, it's about goals, things that you want to achieve, but someone's keeping you from achieving your goals. Yeah, see, I feel like you're alone. I feel like you're lonely. There's lack. Not a whole lot going on in your life, and I do think it's telling you to break free, to look at the bigger picture. I think you got a person who doesn't want, it's not going anywhere. It's not going to go the distance. You might be feeding this person's ego. I don't know. But like I say, I feel like you're being left out in the cold. There's lack. You're home alone. It's about going out, starting something new. It's about putting yourself out there. Yeah, I do think that this is someone here who, I do think there's a person who's jealous, and I actually kind of feel like some of you are starting to get angry. Yeah, I feel like you're trying to be kind and compassionate, see, but this is an energy of letting other people know you're open and available. See, this is someone who gets jealous. They get upset. I think you got a jealous person. It's someone who doesn't want you, but they don't want you giving attention to anyone else. This person, I just see the energy, the stuck. You're stuck, and you're contemplating this life path, whether this person's even the right person. Yeah, I don't think this person is. I think you deserve better here. Yeah, so it's about tempering your passions, emotions. It's about taking a little pause. It's about making a decision when you're calm. So it's saying to take a step back and kind of feel different. I think you know something isn't right with this person. There's some sort of manipulation. Because I feel like what you want to manifest, what you want and what you desire, someone who gives you attention, spends time with you. You want some sort of commitment. You want to build with somebody. But you're lonely and there's lack. I feel like you're starting to see things clearly. I think it's about starting something new, making yourself available. Stop sitting around waiting. Stop feeding someone's ego. The more you wait, the more you feed this person's ego, the more control they have. Yeah, I think there's definitely a person who doesn't... See, it's when you're just about ready to put this behind and put yourself out there, this person starts again. That's what I feel is happening. 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands. But I feel overall, this person, you can't rely on this person. You have to rely on yourself. Yeah, I feel some of you are going to end to this. It's putting an end to a situation here. Because I think this person is, this is what I often see. It's like, take it away. Like, I feel like you're feeling beat up. You feel like giving up. But then as soon as you give up and you reach out, this person gets upset and angry. And there's jealousy. See the element of fire, the fire-breathing dragon, right? I do think you've got an opportunity. There's more opportunities out there. It's telling you to, it's about starting something new, someone who puts in effort. But see, as soon as you do that, this person here. Now, I don't know if this is somebody who ends this and tries to get you to chase them, or they want you to chase after them and feed their ego. Do not chase after this person. In fact, it's saying stop waiting for this person. Stop making yourself available, period. Stop budging and giving in. Maybe that's what you're doing. I'm hoping. It looks like if that is what some of you are doing, because you're feeling something is off. I think someone's manipulating you. See, they don't want anything long term. They just want to be able to come when they want attention. So this is where you take back your power too. You go get attention elsewhere. But I think this person's doing something else. I feel there's more to it than meets the eye. Tell me about the person you're dealing with. Yeah, it's their lifestyle habits, the way they conduct themselves. Yeah. I don't know if this person's even loyal or faithful, to be honest. This could be somebody out playing the field while you're sitting there in this energy. But I do feel some of you are going to have a breakthrough. You're going to start to gain some clarity. And I think it's time to put an end to this. It's over. Yeah, getting yourself out there. Tell me more about the Hierophant. The Hierophant. See, it's all about learning. Yeah, see, this is when this person learns, you're moving on. See, I really feel like it's telling you to look at the bigger picture. It's time to get yourself out there. See, this person, they'll come in. If you are tempted to reach out to this person, I still don't think it's going to go the distance. In fact, this person, I feel, is trying to get you to chase after them. More than likely to see if you'll keep feeding their ego. I don't think you're doing it, though. I actually feel some of you are making yourself open and available to others. Yeah. Yeah, you may have another person coming in, because I do see a spark desire, some kind of attraction. Maybe you feel tempted by this person or this situation. I see that too. Some sort of communication, feeling tempted. you don't have to be loyal to somebody who isn't making any kind of commitment. You're not in a commitment, okay? I don't see you in a commitment. Now, if you are in a commitment and you got somebody tempting you and reaching out, you might want to be careful there, but that's not what I feel is happening. Tell me about this Page of Pentacles. Yeah, you're going to walk away. I think there's lack in communication, lack of details, lack that this person's telling you. That's why I feel like they're manipulating. They're not telling you all the details. See, there's some sort of communication. Something from this person, the details are lacking. What did this person tell you? They told you something. And yeah, there's lack. Lack of details. Lack of clarity. Yeah, I think you're going to walk away. See, it's all about searching for something else. It's no longer emotionally fulfilling. Yeah, some of you have been suffering in silence too, not saying anything. You got a person who's going to initiate. This person finds you attractive, but I don't feel like it's this person's energy. In fact, it's the person that you're going to end something with. The person with the lack of details, lack of clear communication. I think this person, something they communicated to you lacked. There's something missing. See, something missing. You have to look. There's something missing in the details of what this person told you. And I think you know. And I do think you're suffering in silence, or you're just keeping it to yourself here. Yeah, I do think you have opportunities for new, too. There's someone here who finds you attractive. I think you're finding someone else possibly, too. If you're not committed to someone, you don't have to sit around and wait. Because I feel like you're at the point of just giving up when it comes to commitment. And I do think you're wondering if someone's loyal or faithful, or you think that if you do that, you're not being faithful to this person. It's almost like somebody has got this in a way where they expect you to be faithful and just wait. You have to ask yourself, what are you waiting for? Yeah, I think you got a person who's not invested the way they should be. I do think you're starting to lose interest. And I wouldn't even doubt if it's a person doing this where they're actually playing the field. It could be that way for some of you. See, dating other people while you're waiting. Somebody's up to something here. It's telling you to look before you leap, but I do think you're going to have this moment where you're reflecting on everything, how it's played out, communications, things said. See, there's something lacking. And it's the lack of effort, too. If you had an agreement with someone, they didn't uphold their end. But you're going to look at how someone's been conducting themselves. I think it's somebody who's trying to get you to chase after them and feed their ego because they know you're going to wait. Yeah, it's telling you to be cautious, play it safe. It's telling you to look out for yourself here. If you know something's off, it's off. Yeah, protect yourself. So you feeling like you need to protect yourself? Yeah, but like I say, it's just an energy of someone keeping you stuck. There's something lacking in the details, the way they're conducting themselves. So I don't know if they're not sharing things with you or telling you everything, but tell me more about this. I think what you're trying to manifest is a long-term connection, someone who's there, someone who's reliable, someone who has your back, right? Someone who has your back. But it's when you try to move on, this person, then they want you back. That's what it's saying here. Yeah, magician, you're being manipulated, just like I say. You have what you need to manifest your desires. It's time to leave something behind and take a leap of faith. Do look before you leap regardless, though. Yeah, I see things moving quickly. See, some of you have been there, done that with someone here. I do see other offers, opportunities coming in. So there is somebody here who's going to initiate. But I wouldn't be surprised, like I say, that this person initiates something because you're not talking to them, you're getting yourself out there, but I still feel it's someone who, it's a pattern, a habit, a behavior someone has. Yeah, see, there are other opportunities here. Yeah, I think it's just someone treating you like an option too, but I do think it's telling you to seek out other options. Yeah, don't be afraid of initiating with somebody new, because I do see new. I do see happiness there if you want it, but you need to find that clarity. See, the clarity is there's something lacking in communication with someone. Yeah, see, opportunity coming in, but it's like you're afraid to budge. And I think it's because you feel then you won't be loyal to this person. Why are you being loyal to someone who apparently isn't loyal to you? or probably doesn't want to commit, but I see an ending. See, ending. So I do think it's about ending this before you start something new. I wouldn't be surprised. Or it's this person. Now I wonder if it's this person is the one who doesn't want to be alone. Are they someone who doesn't want to be alone? They're trying to start something new before they end things with you. You can flip it that way. Yeah, because it is about starting something before something's over. Are you keeping one foot in the door? Or is it the other person? See, it's telling you to make choices. You have a choice to make. I do think there's other options around you. You just need to get yourself out there. With that 10 of Cups, getting yourself out there, letting people know you're available. It's like getting out in the world, right? But yeah, it's about choices. I feel like you have a choice here, life path choice when it comes to your love life. Yeah, some of you are indecisive, but you need to take off the blindfold. See, there's something here you don't want to face or you don't want to see. You don't want to see it because, and if it's not you, it's the other person. Somebody's indecisive. But I feel it's telling you to look before you leap, take the blindfold off and see. Look at what you're leaving behind. What are you leaving behind? Someone you can't count on, can't rely on. Somebody who doesn't make a commitment, or if you have an agreement, they don't follow through, they don't put in the effort. To me, it looks like you got someone who wants you to do all the work. They want you to wait. They want you to do the work. Or they don't want to put any effort. Yeah, it's all too much work. It is about starting something before something is over. So it's you or them. Somebody here is trying to keep their foot in the door. Yeah, you're going to take off the blindfold and see. See that aha moment? To me, I see a person who, when you're just about ready to give up, they want to come back in. Because it is a card of jealousy. When somebody doesn't want you to move on, they won't let you move on. They're keeping you stuck. They're holding on to you. It's someone who's selfish. They don't want to let go. But yet it's not going anywhere. It's not going the distance. It's like the same thing. Yeah, fool me once, twice, 3 times, right? Yeah, you got a heartache here. There's been some hurt here. This person's hurting you. There you are. See, ending something before starting something new. There it is. This is your own healing, being open, see new offers and opportunities. It's telling you to make yourself open. That's what the Empress does. The Empress doesn't sit around and wait. Empress doesn't waste her time on someone who does this. This is someone manipulating, playing games. You have everything you need to manifest all the energies of the Empress. This is what you need to do, is to put this behind and move on. And I do think you're going to have that little aha moment here. You're going to take off the blindfold and see the truth. I think could be a third party for some of you too, where someone's involved in a third party. Are you looking at the signs? Are you ignoring the signs, the signals that are cautioning you? Or they've just done this, somebody's done this 3 times. It's one or the other. Yeah, stop waiting. Yeah, see, some of you've got another person. You do have an opportunity for new. The Empress is open to new. I do think you got a new person. I do think, or you're tempted by this. But one thing about the Empress is somebody who's learned. The Empress knows. So if you're worried about this other person coming in, hurting you, or the same thing happening, not with the Empress energy, because the Empress doesn't let somebody waste their time. In fact, the Empress doesn't do much of anything until there's a commitment. Yeah. Till somebody puts in the effort and shows them they're serious. Yeah, it's too much work. Some of you really are focused on work, though. I feel like you're making choices in work, in your life in general, doing something that you love. Yeah, there it is. You got an Emperor. You have an Emperor coming in. See, that's what you need, is an Emperor, not somebody who's jealous. They're only focused on the physical. They don't want anyone else to have you. As soon as you try to move on, that person comes back in. Yeah, getting out, socializing. So some of you online dating, social media. Yeah. But I do see getting out. I see the support of friends and family. I see being more social. Someone in your social circle or somewhere here is, you have an emperor here, somebody who will make a commitment. But it's a person who comes in right. They lay the foundation first. Make sure you're on the same page. But I think you've got a person who just does not follow through. Like I say, an agreement. Fool me once, you had an agreement. Fool me once, twice, three times. See? Yeah, see, this is a life path choice. This is you choosing. I feel like some of you actually do have a new person, but it's telling you not to start something until you end this. Because this other person, if they were to find out about it, or if it was exposed and brought to the surface, they probably wouldn't be very happy. Yeah. Yeah, you've got a King of Swords here. This is someone who's indecisive. This is someone cutting someone out. I do think this is someone speaking some truths, but I do think it's about seeing things clearly. I think this person knows. See, this person, I think this is, I'm going to be honest, this person knows how to manipulate you. They know how to keep you right where they want to keep you. They are very analytical and very strategic. It's their strategy. See, they don't want to make a commitment. This person's selfish because I feel like this is something that's happened a few times. They're very much aware that they've hurt you. I think you're becoming very much aware that this is someone. See, they speak some truths here, possibly. But what's really happening is this person's trying to teach you to do things their way. They want their cake and eat it too. They want the best of both worlds. So whatever it is, truths they've told you, you need to take that seriously. I do think it's time for you to end it, to move on. They may be even telling you that. Okay, but this person's very strategic. If this person has told you it's over, they want to end this, then you need to take it seriously. Yeah, because this is a King of Swords. This is someone who can come across as cold. Like I just feel you need to be the one to make the decision to move on here. Yeah, this is somebody who's not reliable. You can't rely on this person. So there is some truth. They've got some baggage. Maybe they're talking about that. But I got to tell you, they don't want someone else to have you. They don't want you to move on. They're trying to hold on to you. I think this person's selfish. I don't even think this is somebody who wants to provide for you. They don't want to give you anything. Yeah, some of you have been going through this with this person, but I do think some of you have actually broke free. I do think you're releasing. I think what you're seeing clearly yourself is that this person's not reliable. They're not there for you. And I do think that there is other people here. And I do see opportunities. See, you've got new opportunities. It's saying to take these new opportunities. Take them. Go out and socialize with your friends. Yeah, you've got opportunities. Because this is often it's a joyful time. It's a time of connecting. See, there's that truth. I think it's yourself. I think you need to take off the blindfold and see what this person's doing. I don't think they're lying to you about everything. There's some truths they're telling you, but there's a lot of things this person isn't. They're a master manipulator. Yeah, they're keeping you stuck and single. And the truth is, too, they just want to be single. Yeah, and you are single. You can do whatever you want. Yeah. Yeah, you have another person. See, there's an emperor here, somebody who's confident, bold, they know what they want. So what you have is a person here who already knows what they want before they start something. What you have is a person who doesn't really know what they want. Now, if this is somebody that when you started it with this person, they told you truth, that they were single, but that they just wanted to be, maybe you weren't looking at it or didn't want to look at it, or you weren't listening. Yeah, but let's just forget about that, because I think you're reflecting all this, how everything's played out, and I do think you realize you've got a person here who's confident, bold, they know what they want before they start something. They're going to take the lead here. This is a natural born leader. This is probably someone who's initiated a conversation with you already. Looks like something's already kind of started. They see opportunity. They know a good thing when they see it. I feel like you've maybe had a conversation and possibly reciprocated. but it's about a choice that I feel like you're afraid to make. For those of you who are stuck in a situation, I know it can be hard, and I know it can be painful, and I know you're hurting, but you have to take those opportunities when they're presented. Because then, and eventually what happens, you end up in the Five of Pentacles where the options dry up because you waste too long, depending on that time in your life, right? If you're young, it's not as bad, but you should never let people waste your time. To me, those are people who are energy vampires, right? They just, yeah. This other person knows what they want. They're bold and they're confident. They're going to offer you this pentacle. And they're very curious about you. Yeah, they're curious, shining a light. They want to actually know about you. They want to know. They're going to make sure you're single. I do think they tell you the truth. Yeah. But it's just a person who's curious. They're going to want to know things. Whatever you do, just speak the truth. Yeah, this person's confident. They're taming the beast. They have self-control too, so they don't really, I mean, it's really just about connecting, needing to be confident. Yeah, this person, whoever it is, they need to know you're single. So this is why I feel like you need to be able to speak truth yourself. You need to be single. You need to make yourself single for this person. Because some of you are technically single with this person, but I still feel like you're in a relationship. You feel like you're committed. It takes two people to make a commitment. Yeah, see, it's time for change. That's what it is here. It's time for change, moving on. I see a lot of growth, abundance. This is something that's going to change you forever, but I feel like this person's never going to change. They want you to be the one to make all the changes. In other words, just be available for me when I want you. Other than that, you're on your own. Yeah. Yeah. And to take back your power. So you put on the brakes, take a look. Take a look at what this person's done. Look at it. It's telling you to take off look at this person's even taken off the glasses to see. Just like the Two of Swords, right? They're looking. It's telling you to look at what this person's done. It's time for you to take back your power and move on. The other person coming towards you is confident and bold, but they need to know you're single, because I do think it's someone who's about to reach out and ask you if you're single. Yeah, you got a person who's obsessed with you too. This is another thing where you're obsessed with them, devil energy. Yeah, it's an unhealthy obsession, unhealthy situation. You have to take back your power. Yeah, I think you've got this. I mean, I feel like you do. I feel like you're just kind of stuck right now. It's like you don't want to let go. But they're also holding on. They don't want to let go. They don't want someone else to have you. The one thing I'll tell you about this other person, they're very masculine, they're very protective, but you have to be single. This person is similar energy. They don't want to be somebody's options, right? They're not looking for options. They're looking for one person. They're not looking for someone who's going to come in and then put on the brakes. I think this person's going to be asking you if you're single. In fact, they could be in the King of Swords. They expect truth. Someone who expects truth and loyalty. Yeah. Yeah, see, you're stuck in an energy of lack and negativity. This is somebody ignoring you, leaving you out in the cold. It's telling you to look at all these things this person's done. They've ghosted you, ignored you, left you out in the cold. They've left you out of situations. They've gone off and done things on their own without you. See, they're not invested. This is someone making you feel this way. You should never feel that way. Yeah, there's a person going to initiate here. They're bold. They'll speak straight up. Yeah, I think it's time to stop giving and feeding to this person's ego. Start feeding your own ego. See, it's getting help from your friends, right? Talking to friends, family, people, they'll build you up and they'll tell you. I'm pretty sure somebody will tell you. You'll get, maybe even someone will give you good advice here. Yeah, see, this person's not fair. They're not reciprocating. You have to do what's right for you. I feel like you're going to. I feel like there's progress for some of you where you're just, I know it's hard. It's hard to let go of the hurt too. You get stuck in the hurt, the things the person's done to you. And then when another person comes in, you're afraid to take a risk with them because the same thing might happen. But when you come out of it as the Empress and you know your worth and value and you don't let somebody make you feel that way, that's where you're empowered. So it's saying to take your power back. You're actually more powerful than this person. They're actually the person who's weak because they have to manipulate. They have to play games, manipulate. They have to try to control you, right? They want to control you. They want the best of both worlds. They want to be single, play the field. They want to do whatever they want to do. But for some reason, it's like this person kind of expects you to be faithful, you know? Yeah. Well, I can tell you this King of Wands certainly does. Yeah, this is whether someone's right for you or not. See, it's about harmony and balance. Fair, yep. You've got a new opportunity. You have an opportunity for a fresh new start. This is an opportunity coming your way. It's saying to take this opportunity. You might be surprised. Yeah, it could lead to a commitment, but it's telling you to stop waiting for someone to commit who keeps doing the same thing. They come back around and do the same thing. They're never going to change. Yeah, see, you're going to get a commitment. See, they're never going to commit. As soon as I said that, but somebody else will. Always remember, if this person doesn't love you, they don't want to commit, somebody else always will. Okay? That's what I feel is important for people to know. Okay, so what? This person doesn't love you. They don't want to commit, but other people will. In fact, I feel like you have people around you that adore you, that really like you. I do see friends who are like family, supportive friends. Definitely don't be afraid to ask for help. See, Five of Cups or Five of Pentacles, asking people for help. You know, let go of your pride. Say, hey, connect me with someone. Help me out here. I need someone to build me up. I need a little support. So don't be afraid to ask for support. Some of you are suffering in silence. You're not telling people. It's time to do so. Okay? Yeah, I feel like I'm hoping this comes to a fruition for all of you involved in this. And definitely some of you already have a person. I do think some of you already started something. But I do feel there's this period here where you still kind of think negative. You still feel like you're going to be hurt. Anybody who comes in, they have to make some kind of a commitment to you. They have to put in effort. They have to show you that they're reliable. If they're not, next. So it may not be the next person. It might be the next, okay? Because that's kind of how the cards are coming out. Yeah. Nice. It's all about doing what's right for you. You don't have to justify yourself to somebody who won't commit, okay? It doesn't make you disloyal. Do whatever you need to do for you. Bye for now.